Do you know what though? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this now. 1000% I do believe that he never used her for money.
I do take it a little disrespectful. Wait a minute. You know what is disrespectful? Your family tried to get me deported.
Do it yourself. You're gonna get yourself deported. I don't need to do anything. The thing that you did scammed me. You preyed on me.
No.
You're your friends, and in their presence, they're talking in my face because I don't understand the language at the time.
You want
calling
to
me
believe?
ugly? Say, oh, she's ugly.
What's going on, people? We are back again with another Moving Mad video, and it's crazy because we can talk about disrespect, right? Obviously, for River now, he's like, listen, I find it disrespectful that you guys decided to send some voodoo objects to our home. There was no need for that. Pedro's like, yeah, but you guys disrespected me because you're always trying to get me deported. And you know, this is a problem with these two families. It's always a back and forth. There is no mature person in the situation. Sometimes you get a glimpse of maturity sometimes, but even when that happens, it doesn't really matter because both families are so far gone with hate. Even when there's a little bit of peacemaking involved, it's never going to happen because nobody's going to want it at this point. It's always going to be mayhem. It's always going to be carnage. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3, you know what I mean? But sending the voodoo stuff, for me personally, that was one hell of a, that was too far. That was too far. I mean, there's been a lot of things that's been too far. And to be fair with you, I feel like most things that's happened that's been too far have come from Pedro's family. You know, you talk about her sister always trying to attack Chantel, you know? Let's be real about that. And then obviously the whole voodoo thing, that's her family. Of course, then there was the physicality between Pedro and River. You know, we can say that maybe that's an even thing where they were both in the wrong. But generally speaking, when we talk about going too far, it's always Pedro's family. Pedro's family is the one that I feel always goes to the extra disrespectful level. But it's okay though, because Pedro feels disrespected. But it's funny though, because you see earlier on, Pedro said at first, he's happy that the family, that his mom and sister sent the stuff to scare them. But then he said, oh no, I'm not happy about it because it's going to make life worse for me. Pedro doesn't know what the hell was going on half the time. He can't even keep up with his own emotions. So are you happy they did it or are you unhappy that they did it? You know what I mean? Like, listen.
Ropa de víctima, Chantel. Hazte una mujer. Asume tu responsabilidad.
Ella está intentando de justificarse, de buscar a alguien que se haga culpable de su matrimonio, de lo que sucedió.
To move on, why are you paying so much attention to me and my family? The power
When
of Christ compels you. The power of Christ. Here they come. The demons, they're coming out now. Yes, leave, Satan. Leave.
That cross not going to protect her, the voodoo, because the voodoo is not a real voodoo.
I'm tired, man. I'm tired. I don't know how they're not tired of this at this point. I mean, listen, first and foremost, you're talking about taking responsibility. Responsibility. I personally don't think responsibility, accountability should even exist when it comes to these two families. It's pointless. There is no point of me sitting here talking about how Chantel and her family should take responsibility and accountability. And there's no point in me saying about Pedro's family. Because at the end of the day, that's not going to go anywhere with these guys. What needs to happen is, boom, move away from each other. That's it. Let bygones be bygones. Because anything that I can say about Chantel's family, I can say the same thing about Pedro's family. The only thing that I can say that's different is that Pedro's family go the extra mile to be disrespectful. And now we're in this position here where the voodoo was even fake. Wow. So they thought that was a good prank. Wow. The pettiness. The pettiness. For real. You know what it is? I feel like when it comes to Chantel's family, right? Their thing is we just want to be on the defense because we want to protect ourselves and protect our daughter. So that's their form of attack, you know, defense. With Pedro's family now, it's more a competition. It's more a matter of, okay, you know what? We got to attack so we can be the ones that's won over. We got to be one that's ahead. Now, I'm not saying that isn't necessarily the case with Chantel's family, but I'm just saying from what I've seen and what I've recognized, I feel like they are always more on the defense of trying to defend themselves and protect themselves from people who are potential scammers. Meanwhile, when it comes to Pedro's family, it's always, you know what? We just want to prove you wrong. We just want to prove that you guys are this and that. So we're always going to do something that's going to be worse than what you did to us. Far worse than what you did to us. But yeah, it's okay though. They want to talk about responsibility, talk about accountability. All right, cool. You do that as if you're actually doing it yourselves. Hypocrites.
Ooh, he's so nasty. Yeah, very pathetic. pathetic. With your coworkers, you with both of your coworkers, the boss, everybody, you wanna put your in everybody? Are you serious?
Look at me. I never put my no one. I not hide it, okay? I open book. And you think why between you and me not working?
Tried to antagonize me. You know who you were having sex with.
I never had sex with.
Yeah, you do.
Crazy. You're insane, Chantel. You're insane.
You posted a picture with Karaima.
That's where.
So you were always.
I'm really intrigued and becoming very impatient to find out the evidence that Chantel has. Because she's not just saying, hey, you cheated on me. She's not saying that. She's giving detail. You see what I'm saying? She's literally sitting there and saying that, listen, I know that you slept with your boss. I know you slept with the other coworker. I know you've been brainwashed sleeping with everybody at your workplace. For someone to be thinking that, it's either one, you're completely delusional, or two, something has given you evidence. Something has triggered you to really be like, you know what? I know you've been doing nasty, nasty things with a bunch of people. Because remember before, this conversation was all about, okay, he cheated. Then the conversation was, okay, he cheated with Antonia. But then he changed to, no, he cheated with his boss. But that was just all speculation, right? Now it's the case where she's like, no, I know you did this with all your co-workers, like, raw. I mean, listen, the way she's behaving, unless she's delusional or crazy, she's behaving in a way that screams that, listen, I've got proof and I've seen it firsthand, and you can't tell me otherwise. Whew. Damn. Yeah, man. The way she's so passionate about it, it's just some madness.
Everyone's love for where I'm at.
Yeah.
I was in love with you. Like, I never stick with you for the money because when we started, we don't have no. I was in love with you.
You see, this is the point when I was like, you know what? I feel like maybe he did. But it doesn't change the fact that he may have at the very beginning. But the question is, how long did he have feelings for her? How long was he in love with her? Maybe it was just lust, to be fair with you. But how long did that last? When did his mood switch? Because at the end of the day, like I said before, whether or not he was in love with her or not, he still ended up using in the end for the benefit of what he could get out of her. I don't think that's subjective, to be honest with you. Unless I'm seeing things differently. Let me know what you're thinking.
With you. I never did nothing for money, Chantel. You.
Then why were you treating me so nasty?
Yeah, my life was so mean to you.
Yes.
All the life, and then why you want to steal with me? I understand that she's mad at me, but it's not fair that she never believed anything I say. If she didn't want to believe me, like that I really was in love with you from the beginning, that I married you for the right reasons, wasn't matter if I say something right now. You're never going to change your mind about anything. I know I was a perfect husband, and I know.
You were an awful husband.
I was an awful husband.
Teared me down all the time.
Hey, Chantel.
What?
I know what's the best.
Do you know what though? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this now. 1000% I do believe that he never used her for money. That's because he used her for a freaking green card. That is the money. No one, listen, I don't know. Most of the time we see anyone use anyone to get into, for, like most of the time, right? When people get used, they don't get used for their money. They get used for the green card. That's the cash right there. Simple as that. So I love the fact that he keeps projecting the whole, I never used it for the money because when we got together, we had no money, Of course. Because the money wasn't the attraction. It was the long game. Some people like to play the long game. Smart people play the long game. And that was that. So he can keep saying it, but it doesn't change anything. But he's got a good point, though. End of the day, why are we talking? No matter what I say, you're never going to believe me. But let's be real, though. Chantel didn't come there to believe him. Arguably, you can say she didn't even come there for answers. We can just say she came there to literally get closure. And her closure was, I've just got to vent and get everything off my chest, and then I'm done and dusted. That's it. Because it's evidently clear that she already has it in her head and already has some form of evidence that this guy was unloyal to her. And also, most importantly, she knows firsthand that he did not treat her right near to the end of their relationship as well. Wouldn't even touch her. So without a shadow of a doubt, she's already at that stage. She's like, listen, I just need to just let you know exactly how I feel. And I need you to know that I know you did me dirty. I denied it for such a long time. I defended it for such a long time. But you know what, though? I've got to come clean and say, you know what? I finally accept that you did me dirty. And I know you did because the way you treated me and also because I've got freaking evidence. And the way you behaved has shown me that. So for anything, that was the whole point of this trip. It wasn't about whether he was going to give answers or not. She didn't care about that. It was just getting the vent out. And I get it. Everybody wants their closure. And people get it in different ways. But hey, let me know what you're thinking. We can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.